Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today I've got another weekly planning routine video for you. I'm so excited. It is Sunday, May 21st, and I am ready to dive back in and get all set up for the week ahead. So last week I actually had a very minimalistic planner week. I barely touched my planners at all. I used like a combination of my monthly planner, a couple of pages in my daily, and just a bunch of sticky notes, and we just kind of had to wing it. We had a very busy weekend, and then I went right into a very busy week, and I just kind of powered through that situation, relying on all of my routines and all of the planner stuff that I have pre-set up and built into my life already, which was really helpful to help carry me through the week, hopefully without too many things falling through the cracks. But that being said, I'm ready to dive back in. It always feels so much better when I go into the week with my full planners all set up, and I know what I need to focus on, that I want to work on after that's done, and I really have it kind of like all strategized out for the week. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then also, when I don't use my planners, it makes me really want to play with some stickers. So we've got some stickers going on here. I'm going to have so much fun. I am going to be using some stuff from this Simply Gilded Malibu Dream Set. I'm so excited about this. Like, check out these Barbie vibes. I cannot wait to use this. This is just so much fun. I've got the washis that match as well. I was like, I want to use the Erin Condren Hourly this week. We're going to do a little bit of time blocking in here. You know, I love that. And then I usually don't do a lot of stickers in there, but I like to have some washi and some fun colors. And this is the Color Blends version of the Hourly, so that is the colorway I have. And then just like look at the color for May there with that just perfect hot pink, peach to hot pink ombre, and I was like, oh my goodness, these Simply Gilded new stickers just match so perfectly. We've got to do it. We are going into the kickoff of summer this week. I know people say different times, summer starts at different times, but this is when my summer begins. This is when I count as the beginning of summer, because this is Memorial Day weekend, and this will be our first weekend at the beach of the year. So very excited for that. And yeah, just definitely grabbing a summer kit to celebrate that. I will still probably be bringing in some more spring stickers in later weeks, so I still have a lot of spring stuff left, and you know, the weather here is still pretty springy, but at least for this week, we are gonna call it summer and just have a great time. Hopefully we'll bring some summer weather back with us, inspired by that planner spread. But I'm gonna push all of that off to the side so that we can dive in to my Moxie life and get set up for the week ahead, which again is the week of May 22nd. I actually did not use my Moxie life last week. I never set weekly actions. I just kind of worked off my monthly goals. I had a very busy week with a work project that just kind of snuck up on me, and I just kind of kept it going. Basically, I was just working on that and powering through until like halfway through Wednesday, and then at that point I was like, you know what, I know what I need to be working on. I'm just gonna go ahead and just think about my monthly goals as I'm getting set up for next stuff and just not worry about the rest. So this was the last thing that I did in here. All of this stuff is pretty much done. We're not even gonna worry about it. I am gonna just go to the next week and skip over the week ahead. I'm not gonna do reflections, and we're gonna work off my May goals and keep going. This is pretty much the last weekend in May. There's a few days at the end of the next week, and I'm not sure if I'll do May goals or June goals for that, but we are gonna go ahead and set up for this week anyways. Yeah, so this is gonna be week 21. I don't typically skip weeks in here. I think this may actually be the first time for a week that we weren't on vacation, because I will skip a vacation week, or I'll just write vacation in. But for a non-vacation week, I think this may be the first week I've ever skipped doing weekly actions. But honestly, it went okay. And I think the reason is because the Moxie life as like a method of thinking about goals and planning in general is so ingrained in me that even when I'm not setting up my actual physical planners, I'm still thinking that way. So I'm still was thinking, okay, I have a few minutes now. My big focus for this month is house projects. Why don't I see what I can knock off on that? And just things like that that helped me stay tethered even when I wasn't actually physically setting up my planner. Now, that being said, I would always rather have my planners set up. But again, I just had some timing issues last week, and then by the time I had time to do it, I was just like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna take the break, and things were going okay. By the end of the week, I was feeling a little bit a little bit chaotic, and actually the only thing that did happen is Thursday is our errands, is when I usually run errands, and then I get like all set up for Friday and the weekends and stuff, and I was supposed to go get the supplies to go make a birthday cake for my nephew's first birthday, because my brother had asked me to make my brother had asked me to make the cake for the party this weekend, and it was like the request was for a very large ice cream cake because there's a lot of people coming, and I'm more than happy to do that, but I totally forgot that I was doing that, and I didn't go to that store. I didn't really do any errands on Thursday because I was like, oh, I don't have anything to do. And then on Friday, I was talking to someone about making this cake, and I was like, oh, that's this weekend. I haven't done anything or gotten the cake. So then I had to scramble to the store, and I was originally gonna like work on my planning routine and different stuff on Friday to help me reset for this week, but I ended up just going to like 2 different stores and forgetting several things, and then making an ice cream cake all day. But that's okay, the cake still got made, we survived, and now we can dive back in. This time with the planner. So we're gonna be looking a lot at my monthly goals since I didn't do weekly actions last week, and also since it's kind of the last-ish week of the month. So I am gonna start with the spiritual and personal growth because I have a couple of PTA things that I need to take care of. So I am the treasurer for our public elementary school for the PTA, and I have a bunch of checks to deposit from an event, and I also need to get those numbers to someone else and then do another financial update, so I'll take care of that. And then separately at the preschool, I am class parent for my son's class, and there was an email sent recently that semi-implied that his main teacher was retiring, and this is a teacher that I absolutely love. My oldest also had this teacher, and one, I'm really sad if she is retiring because it means my youngest won't have her, but obviously I'm really happy for her. But if that is true, if she's in fact retiring, I am the class parent for that class parent, and I just want to make sure we do something extra special for the year-end gift for graduation. My son is in pre-K now, so they have like a little graduation ceremony. It's a whole thing. But I just want to make sure we do something extra special because she's just such a wonderful teacher and such like a valued member of our school community, so want to make that extra special for her. And then finally do our usual, completely unrelated to that. Oh, actually, I have another one. Oh my goodness. All right, the chaos is starting. So, and then also we have to sign up for Hebrew school for next year. Then this was going to be on a completely unrelated note, the routine of making sure we spend some time outside every day. So that is it for that. I'm gonna go down to physical environment. This area is kind of my focus for the month. So we have permit applications from our basement that I need to get submitted, follow up on the shutters, and then with this HVAC thing, we're still trying to figure this out. So anyway, we can't figure out who is supposed to do this work. We've been getting the runaround from a bunch of places. So this was a list of all the projects. The shutters, we picked a company and I've just been going back and forth with them, so hopefully I can get that signed up. The attic, that was what I was just talking about. The siding, we had to pause this for a little bit, but I will circle back to that when we get more information. The garden and patio is done, and the basement is progressing. The moving stuff is all done. The only thing is that, and I got our new bedding, but we still need new bedding for my little one. So again, maybe take a look for that. We paused that for a minute because we're trying to decide. She has some like built-in shelving and a desk in her room, and it's blue, like a very bright navy, if that makes sense. And we left it originally, it's a pretty color, but it doesn't really like go with her overall aesthetic because she really just wants purple, and I'm having trouble tying the room together. So we're thinking about getting it painted or painting it ourselves. It's a little bit hard because it's built-in woodwork, so you have to really like prime it very well and use special paints and all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, we're working on that, but I think for now I'm just gonna pretend like that is white, which is the color we would paint it, and decorate her room how I would if that were white, and just like ignore the blue, and then when we have time and we're able, we'll get that painted. And I also am almost done with my office now for real this time. I just had to buy like a little bit more pen storage, and now I'm almost done. So I'm just gonna say finish office. Okay, I don't really have anything for finance, so if I think of anything, I'll put it in there, but there's nothing really going on there right now. Okay, so I'm gonna swing over to work, and then for my freelance stuff, I have just a couple of things, some follow-up and some next ideas type things, and then just kind of divide up the space here. Should not be too busy of a work week there. Trying to get ahead with editing for YouTube. It's not going well so far, but hopefully trying to make some progress on that this week. Get ready because we're gonna like kind of go into the busy summer season, the end of the school year busy portion of the summer season, where my time gets really short, and then once camp starts, it'll level out again, and actually my time will even open up a little bit more because all 3 of the kids are going to be in camp full time for the first time ever, so that's very exciting. But that won't be until like the end of June. So like likewise, I'm just gonna say like prep and get ahead. I feel like I had something else to say there, but now I don't really remember. I do also have class this week. And then for fun, again, we already have our weekend plans. We're going to the beach, but I will just say like beach prep. We got to get stuff packed up, all of that. And then I want to do more trip planning / brainstorming. This is for the big 10-year anniversary trip that my husband and I are coming up on our 10-year wedding anniversary, and we're hoping to go away for like a long weekend this summer. And we picked a really good weekend to go where my whole fam, including my brother and his wife and their kids, will be at the beach, so we can just leave our kids at the beach with my mom, my dad's girlfriend, and my brother's whole family, and there'll be plenty of adults and plenty of coverage, and we won't really have to worry about it. Plus they'll have like a really great time. So I think that that is the best. It's pretty much the most, it's so hard to leave 3 kids with someone, so I think that's like the most optimal situation for having like good babysitting coverage for like a 4 or 5 day trip. So we'll see what we can do. So I'm just working on that now and stay on top of admin. You really want to focus on my planning routine this week since I didn't do it last week, and just make sure that we're feeling good about that. And then I actually have a haircut this week, which I'm very excited for, except that I'm completely wrong and my haircut is the week after this. Don't have a haircut, I have a haircut next week. I would like to get my nails done though. I actually am thinking about doing that on Monday, which is not a day that I usually go get my nails done, but then they'll be all done for filming, all set up. They look so bad right now. And that's that. And then for health and wellness, I'm gonna try something new here. I'm just gonna say active every day, and I can decide what that means for that day, and then I am gonna make that a habit. I guess I could have given it the little habit thing, but I'm gonna put that in my habit tracker this week. Kids do have their well checks appointments this week. I take all 3 of them at once, and then I need to finish up our camp paperwork, like all of the, submitting their vaccination record and all that kind of stuff. And then I think that's it. So this first beach weekend, we're approaching the end of the year. Then for my focus for the week, I think we're just gonna go yellow. A lot of admin going on in all of the categories. All right, that's, I think, it for my Maxi Life. Let's just take one last look at my May goals here. We've got the admin checks, planning routines, more routines, weekend plans, outside time, Mother's Day, all that stuff, work projects. I didn't do the live, but I just don't think that's gonna happen right now. Kids stuff's all moved, summer ready, so just packing up for the beach now, kids appointments, bedtime, workouts, teacher appreciation and PTA stuff, finance stuff's all done, and then again, still just working on the work projects. So I think that is all good. Still doing bedtime for my routine. I'm not gonna put that in, but I'll probably put that in my habit tracker depending on how many habits I do. We'll see how many habits I do. But anyway, so that is my Maxi Life for the week. So I'm gonna push this off to the side and grab my hourly. All right, so let's dive into the weekly overview. I'm so excited. I've got all of these super fun washies and this kit from Simply Gilded. This is from the Malibu Dreams release. It's like very Barbie themed. Really, really fun. It's been a while since I've used one of her kits. You do need to use permanent markers on her kit. So I've got my permanent markers, and I also have this Pilot multi-ball, which you can write on these stickers with, although this this pen does require some drying time, but we're gonna use some of this stuff, have a little bit of fun with it. This kit does have date covers, but I honestly like love the pink ombre here, and it matches with the kit super well. So I'm not gonna use the date covers, but what I am gonna do is I am gonna stick this little bit of washi right over the top. I think I want to keep the May, but I am going to put a full box down just because I have them. Oh, you know what? I'll do it. I'm going to grab this Dream Big one, but I'm going to put it at the bottom, and I'm going to cover up the calendar, which I don't need this calendar. So I didn't use the date covers, but the floral one has this to do, so let's definitely use that, because this is going to be a weekly to-do list right there, and then we'll do habits on the bottom, but we'll put the to-do list in first so we can make sure we have enough space. Now there are lots of checklists in here, but I don't know that I really want to use the checklists. I think I would rather use the dot marker, or actually even better, I think I want to use the stencil. Now this is the KDK collab stencil with Christiane Designs, and this is sized for the 7x9 Daily Duo, but the 7x9 Daily Duo and the Hourly have the same spacing. I've got lots of fun colors picked out, so we're definitely gonna go with some fun colors here. These are from these are my Inspire pens, or at least this one is, so we can do some check boxes here. That pink matches so well. Got my Zebra Sarasa Clip 0.5. That is my favorite writing pen, and I'm gonna use that to write on the planner, but I will use that Pilot Multi-Ball to write on the stickers. I'm just transferring over the concrete tasks from my Moxie Life into like one long list, breaking things apart when I need to, or grouping them together as needed. There are a lot of to-dos this week. I'm just going to specifically schedule them on days of the week as well for some of the ones that I didn't put in this list over here. That one's work, so I'm just going to color that one in yellow. So this stencil has 7 boxes across so that you can turn it on its side to make yourself a days of the week habit tracker or a days of the week count. So I think that's really cool. Just like a very nice touch from Christiane Designs and KDK, and we can have 3 habits this week. One of which is going to be the active every day. One is going to be the planning routine, and one is going to be outside time. Does not mean I won't be still doing my regular habits and trying to do them every day, but I've just found that kind of less is more when it comes to habits. So I'm going to grab this blue one and just kind of cap this with a little stick, and then let me just trim that washi up at the top. A very classic sidebar, I like it. Okay. When I have done this planning in this book before, what I've done is I've used like washi like this to block certain times. So this to block in like certain times for things that are every day. I'm also going to use a box to mark that. Maybe we'll do a blue one. This is when the functional part of the day starts. This is the bus stop. So this is when, basically this is after this point, this point, it's, you know, all getting the kids ready, getting ready to start the day, all that stuff. And then after this, then it's, you know, whatever the day brings. Of course, that only runs through Friday because the kids don't go to school on the weekends. And then on the flip side of that, which I will use this same color. Friday is going to be a little bit different because on Friday we've got a half-day situation for one of the kids, so that just does change everything up a little bit. But we're going to mark that separately. Just going to put it there, slide it over a little bit. Like I said, this really needs time to dry, so like if I go back to this one, that one's all dry and we have no smudge, but if I touch that one right now, it would definitely smear everywhere. So my daughter, like I said, my big kid has a half day on Friday, and when she has a half day, she takes the bus home. So, because the reason that she doesn't take the bus home in the afternoons anymore is because they changed her bus drop time and it conflicts with like the preschool drop off. So I have to go get her and then go pick up the kids from preschool. That does mean I need to remind her to take the bus home. All right, so now I need to cut this off Wednesday because I just realized the kids have a doctor's appointment Wednesday morning, so I'm gonna take them to the doctor and then I will take them to school after. Just trying not to cover up the rainbow so much. It's very cute. So Saturday morning, my guess is pretty early, we will head to the beach. Obviously that sticker feels very necessary. You know, we'll just like kind of go all in. Now I kind of still have space to mark some stuff. I think we'll probably come back on Monday, not on Sunday, so I'm not gonna put anything there. But that's kind of it for known things. Actually, the cleaning people are actually coming. So actually on Thursday, the cleaners are coming at like 10:30. They usually come first thing in the morning, like at 8. So this just does change a little bit of the schedule for Thursday. I said that they should be done by, so we'll do some kind of activity for errands then. Not sure which, but I can just put that there. Also have the baby nap. Also have the baby's nap. That's why my big kid kind of has to take the bus home because, I don't think that's right because I thought it was a Friday and my little one is in school on Friday and I just put this on the wrong day. Meant to put this over here. There we go. We also have piano on Fridays. Thursdays. Wow, I am really mixing up my days of the week here. We also have piano on Thursdays. Confirm. I think I will leave myself this cute little checklist for Thursday for what I'm gonna do during nap time. Would maybe be better if I like lined it up with, there we go. So that the hearts are aligned with the lines there, but that's perfect. Okay, then, which we'll get in more detail on my eye. I'm gonna try and get a bunch of stuff done, and then I'm hopefully going to get my nails done. I got my stamping marker, also in hot pink. Everything matches. I do need to squeeze one more. Oh no, I don't need to squeeze one more stamp in there. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna put in like that. There's some other stuff that I'd like to get done, but we'll just have to see how long work and other things get me. Basically just trying to tackle as much as possible on Mondays as we do. And then after carpool, we just have, you know, the usual afternoon routine with the kids. And then as I mentioned, I have this. And then that does mean, because usually we watch Successions on Monday nights, and I don't usually have class on Monday night, but that does mean we're going to want to watch it on Tuesday, because you have to like avoid the internet until you catch up on it. If anybody else watches that show, they probably know what I'm talking about, but anyway. So I will mark the TV, the Tuesday is a TV night. Oh, and then Thursday I take out on TV night, so we can just keep going. I do usually just write my dinners right in the 6 o'clock range, so we'll do that in 1 second. I won't do it on the weekend because I don't know what we're gonna do on the weekend, if we're gonna go out with the kids, without the kids. So I won't do that, but I will put in some, just like some yellow brackets here and for dinners, and we haven't planned Friday's dinner anyways yet, but done like a little bit of a light touch with meal planning this week. I just wanna make sure we're using up everything and that we're not saving a bunch of leftovers for the weekend because we're not gonna be here. I'm gonna have plenty of stuff in the freezer if we run out of whatever it is we're trying to eat. So that is it for my weekly plans so far, so I will keep that going throughout the week. And if you follow me over on Instagram, I will definitely be showing this throughout the week. Love a good hourly spread. And any spaces where I've got like a lot of holes, if I didn't end up using the planner, I will use some deco or some washi. So now I'm gonna grab my Daily Duo over here. Almost at the end of this Daily Duo. I've already got my one for next year, but we can grab some more washes here. I think I'm just gonna like, oh, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity to use some of those date covers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cover up everything because I have 4 sets of Simply Gilded date covers, so I can use some of those this week. Just washi right over the top there. That way I don't even have to white out the line because I love the colorway in this planner, but we are definitely going with something a little bit more bright and vibrant this week. I think I'm gonna do this one because I have an orange marker out and I feel like using it. Okay. Speaking of which, we can go ahead and dot in that it's the 22nd since I covered that up, and then I don't even need a date dot. So tomorrow is a sunshine day. Start just by putting over the things from the weekly that I know I want to work on. Okay, so just starting with the to-do list, and then we'll just kind of block things in. We've got morning routine time. I can do some admin stuff in the morning after the little ones leave. And then we're gonna do my work. When that's done, I'll call nails, just make sure that all the work stuff gets done first. And then when I get back from that, we can do, basically we'll work on the list. I'm gonna leave this open. I'll have lunch before I go, but basically I'll do nails when I can go. So it depends on what my appointment will be. So I'll just like leave that flexible for now. And then the rest of the day, we will work on the admin list. Actually, I feel like the pink will be better. Okay, so we're just, like I said, we're building some flexibility into the schedule in the afternoon. I will fill that out once I know though, but usually I do map out the whole day, but just because I want to try and get my nails done tomorrow if I can, I'm gonna leave that like that. Just leave that for now, and then that is it for Monday. So that is where I'm gonna leave things for this week. Again, here is my weekly overview. Monday in my Daily Duo, my weekly actions in my Moxie life. I hope you enjoyed this planning routine video. I know I did not check in with my monthly planners today or with my Laurel Denise content planner, which is actually sitting right here. If you like seeing those elements in my planning routine videos, definitely let me know in the comments down below and I can bring that back for next time. But for this week's video, I'm gonna leave it here for today. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And you can also check me out on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans for even more planner fun. I will talk to you soon. Bye.